Hola, hello and welcome to the Sailing Gardener channel. In this episode we go sailing. My youngest sister comes to visit and I discover some tropical plants that I haven't seen before. But let's start at the beginning, sailing from Suva. It was so wet. We had moved the boat out of the marina the night before on the high tide, and during the night while on anchor the rain came down and set in, reducing visibility to very low. By 10 a.m. visibility was better and the rain had ceased. The captain and I decided to set sail for Bangor. As we motored out of Suva, the autopilot didn't sound happy, and shortly into the trip, the captain noticed it wasn't staying on course. So it was a change of plans, and we set our course directly for Dinnerau while hand steering. Up and down over the waves, good old sailing. We passed the island of Bangor again, got a bit closer this time, but we'll have to postpone a visit. The weather remained overcast, but we had wind, so sailed slowly along the coast, aiming to arrive at the pass into Dinnerau at dawn. The job of hand steering became quite tiresome by 4 a.m, and I was super glad we weren't going further than Dinnerau on this trip. A bright sunny day welcomed us into Port Dinnerau. We dropped anchor in the bay and caught up on sleep after our all-night journey. The next day we tied up in the Port Dinnerau marina, and then we set about getting a taxi and going to the airport to pick up my little sister. Yay, she arrived, and it was so good to see her. That night we went out for a yummy meal to celebrate having her with us for a couple of weeks. We enjoyed catching up, eating delicious food and listening to live music. The next day we cast off the ropes again and headed out for Musket Cove in the Mamuka group of islands. It was a beautiful, stunning Fiji day. So awesome. We had good wind all the way, and it wasn't long before we arrived in the Musket Cove anchorage. We enjoyed watching this small seaplane you can see in the distance come down briefly to land on the water and then take off again. So awesome, look at that. Once we were all tied up safe and sound, we rowed in the dinghy to the marina, where we checked in and became lifelong members. The water is so clear coming in here. We checked out the light and breezy reception area where people buy their ferry tickets. This place has been functioning since the 1970s, and there are many old treasures displayed to bring back memories and stimulate conversation. This beach-themed coffee table was so nicely laid out, with a variety of shells, sand, and the carefully laid out letters for Bula. The tropical flower arrangements caught my eye as they decorated different surfaces. Just outside the reception area, I discovered this old post box. I thought it was just for show, but I found out later that mail is still cleared from it. In the bathroom, I noticed a yellow flower in the floral display that I hadn't seen before. Such fine petals attractively sprayed out on the slender stems. I decided to find out a bit more about it. Outside the bathroom block, this luscious vine was growing vigorously, and up close I could see the yellow flowers I'd seen displayed in the bathroom. I believe it is Australian gold vine, or more commonly known as maiden's jealousy. This lovely beach beckoned us to sit down and rest for a while. A splash of my favourite colour drew my eyes to this trumpet-shaped bloom. I could see it growing on the edge of the sand where the grass begins. I understand it has several names, which are bay hops, beach morning glory, railroad vine, and goat's foot. It is found on the sandy shores of the tropical Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. It stabilizes sand around the high tide mark, which is exactly what I can see it doing here. After a fun day ashore, it was time to head back to our boat. There she is in the distance, waiting for us. We are really enjoying being here in Musket Cove. We're looking forward to snorkeling and swimming a whole lot more. Keep following the Sailing Gardener and you will see us as we continue to explore the Momoko Islands. But that's all for now, so until next time, bye bye.